No.
Yep, you read that right. I was scammed. So, back in October, it had been announced that a couple of Netflix titles were going to be released onto 4K, like disc, and I would, of course, get hyped because, there's a lot of Netflix titles that I would love to own in my collection here. And the first two that were announced were The Babysitter, the first one, and then its sequel, Killer Queen. And so it was announced, and it was said that one day they were just going to be released, and only 2,000 were going to be available. The first 666 were going to come with like an exclusive slipcover or something. So I, got excited. I messaged the seller, and I'll include that later on in the video, the seller and everything. But messaged the seller, asked it, if we would know, before the sale would go live. And he said he was thinking about it, and then one day it did. It was actually Halloween, and they were marked at $30. I think 30 some odd dollars each, maybe 34. I don't really remember. I'll get a screenshot again, like I said. But so I bought each of them, which came out to a total of around $70-ish, which is a hefty price, which is the second half of the video. But I paid for them, and I was like, this one. And I've been talking about it for months. I'm really excited to get them in. They were supposed to start shipping January 2nd, but you guys may have noticed it's March. And I think it's safe to say we all been scammed, all 2,000 of us. And I haven't done the math. Do the math right now. But that guy just made this much money off of all of us, because they're sold out. Or, well, his website says sold out. And people have reached out to him. He hasn't gone back to anyone. There's been no update. Whether or not. There were supposed to be 3 more titles as part of this. So who knows if it was official and maybe got canceled or what. But either way, we haven't gotten any sort of refund or anything. So I got scammed $74. And this isn't the type of thing that, I bounce back from. If it was $10, it's like, okay, I got scammed, but, it's $10 is $10. It's like, it's not a lot of money. But this is, $70 and I'm unemployed, right? And, if I wanted to go get a job, I'm only making $15 an hour. So, it does affect my collection. So, yeah. I just wanted to kind of address that those movies will never be coming. So, yeah, be careful out there, guys. And this was from somebody who does commissions, right? So, I was kind of like, this is like a partnership, and right, and that's what we all kind of figured it was. So, but anyway, that really sucks, and it was so easy to fall into that trap of spending $70 and giving this guy all this money, right? When there's like, that's the price of movies now, right? You go to Walmart, right, and the new Blu-ray is $24, and the Steelbook's $30, right? I went to Walmart today, and I got some pictures of, they finally have the Steelbook section, guys. Look at this.
Hooray!
And if they even have the movies, right? This the prices that you're looking at. They're just so incredibly expensive. I used to collect Funko Pops. You can probably see some. I have none up here right now, do I? I have none over here, but you've seen them before. I got them all over the rest of the room. But I used to collect them, before I collected movies. And they, around, just after COVID, they started to go up in price. And now they're almost double what they used to be. they're $15. They used to be like 10. So, I mean, but still, that's insane. Now, I can't vouch for how much movies used to be like back in 2018. But, I mean, I can remember, going to the store. Pretty sure a new Blu-ray used to be like $15. Because I think that's how much I paid for Goosebumps 2. I'm not entirely sure. I'm pretty sure it was 15 though. So, now to see us pay $10 more, almost $10 more, right, on release day, it's, and then you wait like a month or two, and it's only down to like $20, right? So it's just so much money, and right, I'm sure these things don't cost that much to produce, right? So I don't know. And then to get like the um, boutique labels like Vinegar Syndrome, Criterion, and all those, right? Arrow, those cost even more money, right? Um, and I do buy Shout Factory. I don't have many, but I have a couple, right? And that's because they do more mainstream titles that I'm more interested in. But still, it's a shame that they cost so much. And I want to call out this one here. This was an independently produced 4K Legend of Boggy Creek. I love it. But this was $40, right? And it's just a standard 4K. With really, I don't think it has anything else on it for special features. I mean, I haven't really put it in the player yet because I can't, because I don't have a 4K player. But still, it's too much money. I mean, I guess that makes sense because it's independently produced. But or, well, I'm pretty sure that was independently produced. But I mean, I'm pretty sure that had to have group funding or crowdfunding or whatever for that. But I went and looked at the steelbooks. I mean, there was one for $59 there, $39. The new Wonka steelbook is $34 on their website. The Hunger Games steelbook was $34. I got it on sale though, so it's just too much money for these things, right? And I don't know. It's just, I don't have anything else to say other than it's too much, and that's part of what's killing it. Is the prices need to drop. I mean, they're combating with streaming services, right? And streaming services, for the majority of people, are winning because they're just the general cheaper option, right? They're like pay every month and get new content, right? Whereas physical media is you have to pay for each new movie, right? But in all of these, each new movies are super expensive, especially the new ones. So I don't know. Y'all studios, you gotta tell me. Am I seeing something different? Am I seeing it wrong, or what's going on? Another thing is I also use thrift stores and flea markets and whatnot to buy movies as well. But it's so hard to find movies at these places because I try to primarily collect Blu-rays, but a lot of them are just DVDs, right? And especially at flea markets, a lot of them are like sun bleached and bad quality and ripped and torn and scratched and not good quality, right? And then some people are asking for too much money from them and whatnot, right? So, and I think this is a general consensus here. I prefer them with the slipcovers. So if I want to order them with this, like, if it's a movie I really liked, I want it with a slipcover. I easily have to pay $10 for one movie that's been out for a couple years, and $10-15, and then shipping for just one movie that, you know, I could have found at a thrift store by luck, you know. But thrift stores near me don't have much. I mean, for Blu-rays, they'll have like this many movies, like 10, 15, 20 movies, right? That's it. I went to a Goodwill today. I know I should have taken a picture. It's not my Goodwill, but seriously, I was blown away by how little they had. But still, yeah. I mean, I'm seeing some people, you know, go to thrift antique stores, and there's like walls of Blu-rays, and it's like, what? I'd pass out. You know, I have armfuls of movies, right? There's one store that I go to. It's a half hour away from me. They have a bookshelf like one of these, and it has like a good amount of, it's mostly Blu-rays, and that's as good as it gets for me. So, I mean, that's how much I struggle over here on the East Coast, you know. But anyway, that's really all I wanted to talk about this video. I wanted to let you guys know I got scammed. Be careful out there. That I hate the prices, and I was kind of got the idea from last video. This is just more elaborated on it. So yes, I am going to be probably holding off on those newer releases, even though I just bought one today, and I have another one coming, and I have 2 more movies coming in the mail. You know, holding off on buying movies, right? So I'm going to be holding off on newer releases, and then, yeah, thrifting is difficult. So that's what I want to let you guys know about. Anyway, next week's video, not entirely sure about what it's going to be, but we'll see. Might be a mail call. I don't know. We'll see how I feel about it. But yeah, so anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you guys in next Friday's video.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling. Cut the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're talking no